My name is John Dewey. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about me and some of the accomplishments I had in my life, especially relating to the Progressive Era. First, I'm going to talk about the accomplishments I had in my lifetime and how this affected the Progressive Era. I was a big proponent of pragmatism, which was a philosophical theory in the Progressive Era saying that something should only be used if it is practical in the real world. Eventually, this led me to my biggest accomplishment of founding the American Association of University Professors and helping organize the New York City Teachers Union, which protected the rights of all faculty workers in higher education and ensured fair treatment to all employees. Although this is not all I did in my life, I also changed the education system as a whole by applying pragmatism into schooling, in order to let kids have a hands-on learning experience and eliminate the amount of useless information they had to take in. I think my ideas of pragmatism perfectly match the Progressive Era because I use it for social reform, especially pertaining to the education system. These reforms were the direct goals of the Progressive movement. Although I had some very big accomplishments in my lifetime, I was also a controversial figure in my time period. The theory of pragmatism, which I used for my whole career, was especially controversial. Some people believe that the truth, or what is practical or not practical in the real world, is entirely subjective due to the fact that there is not a widespread understanding of what is true and what is not. People also found my reform of the education system to be disputable. Some people believe that by prioritizing only what is going to be used in the real world, neglects basic knowledge and traditional subjects. Next, I'm going to talk about my views of my peers who contributed to the Progressive Era in the same time period as me. First, Jane Addams. I was very fond of her, especially pertaining to her social reforms in the shape of the whole House. The House represented the same goals as me, as we both wanted a social change for the betterment of society, and we both contributed to the progressive movement greatly. In fact, I was quoted as saying the whole House was the most magnificent exhibition of intellectual and moral faith I ever saw. Next is Oliver Wendell Holmes. I also viewed positively of him. Not only did he have a sweet mustache like me, but I also see a lot of similarities between my ideas of pragmatism and his ideas of saying that freedom of speech was necessary unless the person posed clear and present danger. They both clear out unnecessary details in order to stick to what is important. Lastly, Louis Brandeis. His work is a lot different from mine, but I respect his work a lot because he contributed greatly to the progressive movement, similarly to me. He contributed by being the people's lawyer, through his support towards workers' rights as well as his fair wages and hours. Lastly, the person from 21st century America who is most similar to me in terms of ideologies and beliefs, I think, is W.E.B. Du Bois. We both founded corporations. For me, it was the AAUP, and for him, it was the NAACP. Other than this, we both contributed vastly to the education system as a whole. For me, it was through integrating pragmatism into the workplace, and for him, it was through advocating for African Americans to be in higher education. Overall, we both uniquely contributed greatly to the progressive movement and left a lasting impact on society as a whole.